Hello everyone and welcome back to another Excel Academy YouTube video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Mercury Cell, which is part of the Chlor-Alkali industry. This section is part of the chemistry section of the IEB Physical Sciences syllabus. So the Mercury Cell appears in the following IEB papers. It appears in IEB May paper 2, 2021 and IEB November paper 2, 2011. So I actually prepared this presentation in December 2021. So please take note that the information within this presentation is correct as of December 2021 and as per the 2021 updated Physical Sciences SAGS document. The information within the SAGS document is subject to change, so I urge you to please check the SAGS document regularly to ensure that you learn the correct information. Okay, so let's take a look at the construction of our mercury cell. So here we can see we have an inlet into which a saturated sodium chloride solution enters. Okay, we have our positively charged graphite anode and our negatively charged cathode over which liquid mercury flows. Here we have our sodium digester, and here we have an outlet where your depleted sodium chloride solution exits from. And finally, we have an additional outlet from which our chlorine gas escapes. Okay, so let's take a look at our positively charged anode. So our positively charged anode is made of graphite, which is a very good conductor. And the anode is the site at which the oxidation of chloride ions occur. And so here is our oxidation half reaction. Our negatively charged cathode is made of steel, and liquid mercury flows over this steel cathode. Sodium atoms dissolve in mercury to form an amalgam, and your sodium ions undergo reduction at the cathode. Your reduction half reaction is here as follows. Okay, so in the sodium digester, an amalgam is pumped into the separate vessel, all right? So the metallic sodium at the surface of the mercury can react with water to liberate hydrogen gas and produce sodium hydroxide. And here is the reaction. So please take note of this reaction. It can be asked of you. Okay, so here are some things to take note of. Why are the sodium ions reduced at the mercury cathode as opposed to water? And so here's the answer according to the IEB SAGS document. So the nature of the mercury cathode adjusts the electrode potentials of the sodium ions and water so that the reduction of sodium ions is now more likely than that of water. Okay, and so the question was asked in IEB paper 2, 2011, why is mercury used? And mercury is used because, number one, it's a good conductor of electricity. Number two, sodium dissolves in mercury to form an amalgam. And finally, mercury is a liquid and is thus convenient. Okay, and the anode is made of graphite instead of iron because iron would react with chloride gas, or chlorine gas rather, and contaminate the product. Okay, so some further things to take note of. If a dilute solution of sodium chloride were to be used, very little chlorine gas will be collected. And this is because the very low concentration of chloride ions significantly slows down the rate of its oxidation. This results in the water becoming oxidized predominantly, thus forming oxygen. And so here we have our net ionic reaction. So please take note of this as well. Okay, so let's evaluate the pros and cons of the mercury cell. So let's start off with the pros. Chlorine gas collected at the anodes are very pure. Okay, the cell produces a high and desirable concentration of sodium hydroxide. No need to use additional electrical energy to increase the concentration of the sodium hydroxide solution, which is good for the environment. Okay, some cons include the fact that mercury is used in the cell, which is highly toxic, right? So this poses a safety risk to humans, birds, and animals. Mercury losses during production are costly to replace, and this is an economic issue, okay? And another economic issue is that it's more expensive to run due to higher electricity demands for electrolysis. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you found this video to be helpful. Please remember to turn on the notification bell so that you're notified when new content is uploaded on the channel. Please remember to smash the like button if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more content to come.